All right, we're recording. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to June, and congrats on a great year so far. I can't believe we're already halfway through the year. It's been incredible. We started this year, and some of you weren't even here when we started this year, and welcome, congrats, and how much you've changed your health and everything in between. It's been fantastic. You guys have been doing a great job. I've never seen us touch so many lives. Like, I can't open up my Facebook without just seeing like before and afters left and right, truly making changes in a bunch of people's health. We generally have a call because we're usually in the middle of a series training that helps people kick off the month, because kicking off the month and creating intention for the month is ultra important. And we're in the middle of a Go Global training series. By the way, drop a 1 in the chat if you've been tuning into those and they have been blowing your mind with all the great information. Yeah, it's quite a few. If you're new, then I recommend jumping in on those Saturday mornings, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They are amazing. This week, we're going to actually cover an Explore call on how to really get a coach set up well. And it's going to be really, really good. But we're going to cover this one tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit unplugged. Hopefully you guys are good with that. It's kind of chat. It's going to be open for Q&A. I'm going to mind the chat. I'm actually going to ask some of our leaders in here, like Denise and Dawn, and I can't see everyone else kind of tune in here. Whoever, like, minding the chat, kind of keeping an idea, like making sure like we're getting all the questions answered. But we want to help you all get your month set up for success and learn some of the major cornerstones that help create a growing business and help you reach more people. I mean, a lot of you, by the way, this will be a fun one. Drop me a 2 in the chat if last month's commission statement that you guys were able to check up last night blew your mind. Like, who had one of their best months, if not their best months, last month? Yeah, a lot of people there. I still remember this day when it was like our 3rd month of coaching. You know, my whole family, for those that don't know me, by the way, I'm Brad Miller, Integrated Presidential Director, and we've been coaching close to a year now, my wife and I. And if you're new to our coaching community, first I want to say welcome and thanks for being on tonight, investing in getting better at helping others and growing your future. But I still remember our 3rd month of coaching. You know, my family had changed their health. We wanted to pay it forward. And I remember our 3rd month seeing that commission check and being like, really, $3,000 for helping people change their health? Like, no way. And then, like, I remember I was hooked after my first client lost 10 pounds, because there's nothing cooler than that. And then I was double hooked from that moment on. So we're going to jump in here today and go over all the things that help you make connections during this time. Some of it because we've had such an amazing start to the year. And when we get into a good routine and our business is growing, sometimes we can forget some of those fundamental basics. And just like our health, it's the practice of the basics that make all the difference. So we want to come back to that. Some of you are brand new and you're like, okay, how do I reach more people? How do I grow like all these other people are growing? Because there's a simple steps. Anyone can do it. Whatever you're doing to move your health forward and to move other people's health forward is a fantastic result. But we want to show you some of those things and come back to those basics tonight and maybe share some, again, today's going to be kind of unplugged. We're going to go where the call goes and share some of those things that really make those difference. So as we get started here, and actually this will give me a gauge here. I'm just going to ask a bunch of things in the chat. Drop me a 3 in the chat if you've been coaching 4 months or less. Just so I got to get a gauge on who's in here right now. If you're coaching 4 months or less, you might not know how to use the Zoom chat really well. All right, a few people, like Linda, you're pretty new. Awesome. Okay. A few new people in here. Misty, I know you're new. All right, awesome. So some newbies in here as well. So this will really help you on looking on setting your month up for success from when you get started going in the month and what things to focus on. And we're going to kind of do some breakdown stuff of some high level activity of what really helps break down the map, because there are simple steps that create success in this. So we're going to jump in today. And I know I've asked to chat a lot of stuff here today, but now it's up to 4. Drop me a 4 in the chat if you've already set up your map, your intention, and where you want to go this month. And if you haven't done it yet, don't worry. That's what we're covering here tonight. I'm looking at a lot of names here, people that have created success like it's a no-brainer. Love it. Okay. So this will be like a high-level breakdown. Some of it will be new for some people, but we're also going to dive into depth, like understanding this stuff, because when you understand this, this is what really helps your business grow. And we're going to get into some things that will help you make more connections, have more people reaching out to you. Because you guys, Again, unplug tonight. There are so many people looking for help in so many different avenues. And when we're open and in tune to those and intentional, growing coaching doesn't take a lot of time. We're also going to cover like a refresh on setting the cornerstones in your schedule that make all the difference in here. So, but we're going to go over the map tonight. So using your map for success, filling it out on the last day of the month. So if you haven't got this rock or the flow in your schedule, and definitely if you have a schedule added into your schedule, the best time to fill it out is on the last day of the month for your month ahead. You know, the last day of the month, for all you guys that know, it's for enjoying the results and all the people you're helping, not ideally wrapping a month, unless you ended up way higher than you thought and you got some great things going on. But the last day of the month is for enjoying all the people you're helping and planning ahead intentionally. So the best time to do is then or around the first of the month. Sharing it with your support team in the support message is huge. If you haven't got that, that habit done yet, that is huge. That way you can connect on it, get some insight, glean the insight from people that have been coaching for a long time. The people that stay connected with their support team do the best. And if you're, whatever your goal is, that's what the goal is for the month. That's why we get to set the intention of this. This is just like structural tension, like Dr. A talks about in the Habits of Health book. But if you're looking for like an overall good pace, if you can bring on 5 clients a month and 1 coach, 5 and 1, very much like a program that we all know, that is a pace of a growing business. And if you're intentional throughout the month, wherever you're at in coaching, you're all welcome here. And we're all valuing you for all this because it's to get, I mean, just a little pause real quick. Just like each month, we're affecting, starting, and encouraging and helping people, like over 1,200 people get started on their health journey. It's truly incredible. And if we can do that, then that intention of that 5 and 1 will grow your business. That's the pace of a growing business. So the biggest thing is connecting on a plan to start your month with your support team. So if you're newer on this, definitely link up during the first few months as you're learning the ins and outs of this. Just know what's possible to get a guide. Plus, if they know what your goals are, just like your clients, you're going to encourage that, be there, be on the lookout, be there to partner with that. So these are all the habits of success for setting up your month. Use your support team. The team coaching makes all the difference here. So the 2 things to have set up for success in this month. Some of you, like it's time to start getting intentional. Some of you, it's time to refresh this because your like list is all tattered and worn out and all these great things. So it might be time to refresh it. These are the 2 things that create intention on a growing business throughout the month. So if you guys have those ready to rock, I know a lot of you guys do. So I'm going to go down some breakdown of the map and move the thing here. So set up your map for the month. I'm going to go over a few things. Then I got a few breakdowns of a few maps that I grabbed just to kind of give you like a real-time example of that. And make sure I'm not missing anything. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat as I go through here tonight. But going over your map. So here are some of the things that are really important to do. So when coming to it, this bottom part right here is the ability to check where you finished up last month. So on the last day of the month, all those numbers are right there on your home screen. Your frontline volume, which is your client orders, your group volume. Which, Sherry, you don't see what? You don't see what? Sherry says she can't see it. The map. Is it on the screen right now? Denise, can you see the map on my screen? I can see you.
Yes, we can see it. Yeah, Sherry, if you can't see it, scroll to the left or the right if you're on the phone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So the bottom is setting up where you finish the month at. And if you're doing this on the last day of the month, this is what makes it easy. It's all right there on your main home screen. So how many clients you started, how many new coaches, how many new senior coaches, frontline volume points, senior coach points, total points. Then you go to the top, and this is where you get to create the intention. Because once you create intention for something, that's the difference maker in all of this. So where would you like to be at frontline volume-wise? With the clients you have right now and adding more clients, where would you be at? What's the next step in your business? Some of you are online and your next goal is hitting executive director. Some of you is growing 1 to 2 points a month. Where do you want to be at on that group volume, which would be you plus your teams? You know, what are you helping your team accomplish? You know, what are their dreams? What are their goals? What are you going to link up with them? And if you accomplish those goals, where your group volume be at? Income, which has also been huge. So a lot of you guys have been blown away by that. What do you want to make? Because if you're intentional on this, you're putting the time, and you should see this number growing every single month. That gets really exciting. How many new clients, how many new coaches, new senior coaches, points and all that, and then rank desired at the top. So when you come to the map, like making it really simple, this is going to help organize your clients and also keep you on track. That the map should be with you every single day. And if you haven't heard it, a messy map is a good map. It should be all crinkled up, notes all over it. Those are maps that look really good. They look nice and clean at the beginning of the month, but then they look all tattered and worn by the end of the month because you're using it daily. Because again, another big habit is focusing on your goals daily is what helps you accomplish what you want to accomplish. Then coming over here, here's where you want to get started, is by filling in your current clients. And this is really cool for a few different factors here. I'm going to go over how to pull this in a second. But you want to start at the bottom and fill in all your clients that are on full program on this map. And this is what's cool. You take about 15 minutes to do this, set your intentions for the month. It's going to help you make sure that you're on top of all your clients. It's a quick refresh. How are they doing? Do they need a quick touch? You know, where are you at with them? Is there someone missing from your map that, like, maybe their order? No one likes to miss an order, any of those things. And it helps you kind of see where your month's going to be at just from all the people you're supporting already. Like, I love it because it's a refresh. Like, every time I fill out my map, it's like, oh man, this person accomplished this last month. Oh my gosh, this right here, it's incredible. So filling that in from the start to the bottom. And if you have people that have moved into the next phase of their program or they're a little bit iffy, go ahead and put them on the back of your map. That's a great way to keep track of. We call them bonus volume, because they maybe have partial orders. You want to focus on full orders, people you can count on, and that's how you can always project where you're going to be at this month. The cool thing about it, let's say, you know, you're one of the new associate directors over here, and you have your first senior coach, which is fantastic, and you're supporting about 9 clients right here. You'll see that, oh my gosh, all I got to do is help 4 more clients this month, and I'll be at my next goal. I could probably easily help that many. Like, it just breaks it down into simple steps with this. So after you do that, what's cool here in the middle, and this is one that I see a lot of people missing, is identifying the potential coaches in your coach camp or in your client camp, because that's where coaches come from with this. It's integrated clients. They're out there. They're affecting other people's lives. People are asking them what they're doing. They have a need. And here's my 2 favorite parts about this. This is how I left it. By the way, you know, Dawn, I see Denise. If you guys want to pop off and just share any information on this as I'm going through, feel free to do that. But here's my 2 favorite reasons for this one right here. Is one, people are at all different stages. Like, people are in the process of becoming who they are becoming through this process of getting healthy. We've seen so many people become their best selves through this version. Who do you see having mega potential because of what they've shared with you? And do you have enough information to know their needs, wants, and desires in their life? Are there people that are stressed out because they don't have great finances? Are they not getting fulfilled in their job? Do they want to be home with their kids? Do they desire bigger passion in life and purpose? That's probably my favorite part about this, because it helps you like identify. It's a pulse check. How well do I really know my clients' goals, desires, and about them that makes them tick? Who wants to change other lives, and who will they reach if we're there? They could be like, you know, a long way from coaching, hopefully not like me where I waited 4 years to get started, or all the way to like, you know, they're about ready to get started and coaching and you've already been talking about it. Either way, it's helping you break down your coaches at a higher level, because to know them, your clients at a higher level, to know them at that level is really going to help you identify where you can assist them. Because I'm Brad Unplugged here, if you're just coaching them on dieting with their food, we're missing the point of breakthrough in people's lives. So that's one of my favorite things to do here. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you how to pull that report, because some of you guys are new and don't even know how to do this. So I pulled this, and I pulled the number of one of our new executive directors last month. And so all you do is you go into your back office, you click on client support, and then you click over here and it says projected Optavia Premier, which is pretty cool because it kind of gives you a total of what you're already kind of in the realm of. And this is one of the coolest things here, is you just add in your ID number. That'll make sure it's all of your clients in there and none of your teams. And then you order it. I like to shrink down the tabs quite a bit here. It makes it really simple. And then I click on, so it goes in order date. I pulled this afternoon. So this person that I pulled already has orders that have gone through. And I'll show you how to do if you by chance get a late start on the month. But what's cool about this, and again, just some like high level things that'll help you support your clients better, run your business better, be more on top of it, see a growing path, is you can tell how kind of things are going and kind of predict the future and actually be out ahead of your clients and better support by looking just at their reward. So this person that I pulled here is, you can see that they're actually doing a great job with their clients. Like, all of their clients have full rewards. This is incredible. Actually, let me go to the next slide, because that way that box out of the way. And I didn't detail this out. So what you would do is you go to Business Coach ID, drop down to filter, and you enter in your ID number right here. That's going to put all of your clients right here like this. So the person that I pulled here is doing a great job. New executive director, congratulations. And you have it ordered right here in order of date. So that's how you want to fill it in on your map. So as you go through each week, you can track your orders. Are they ordering full orders? Because They can't be on full program without a full order. Like, did we educate them on what to do? How are they doing? You'll probably know what's going on with your clients based just on how they order. It gives you like a crystal ball into your support piece with them. But this coach right here is doing a great job. Like, check this out. You can tell right here, like all of their clients' rewards, they're really high. They're doing a great job. Like, so these are full orders, which means they're probably going to go through. They have one person here who has 0 rewards. That'd be a cool thing. Like, I don't know this person, but that might mean either they went too long past their 60 days, or maybe they didn't know how to order correctly. It's going to give me a window into that world that I'm going to make a note on. So during my client check-in day, I'm going to be able to support that person better. But you'll be able to tell right here and fill it on your map. And right now this person has 14 people, and they already have 14 people set up this month. They're going to be well over 6,000 frontline volume just by this. And that's not even adding in any more clients. If you do get a late start of the month, all you have to do is click on this client orders tab right here. It'll tell you all of the clients that have already ordered during this month. So you can fill it in if you by chance get a late start. If you're filling this out for the first time, you already have client orders. That's where to look that up in case you're like, oh, where'd those people go? So that's where to find that. But here are some cool things to basically look at as you're filling out the rest of the map. I'm just going to check the chat real quick here. Allison says yes. Nicole says yes. Let's see here.
There's a question from Linda. Why do we start at the bottom?
Great question, Linda. Because 1, goals and visions start from the ground up. And 2, because as you go through the month, it helps you identify where you are in points for your coaching. So that's why you start at the bottom and when their order date is. Because here's some other cool things you'll find out too. As you're filling out your map throughout the month and you're kind of keeping track of this, if you see orders moving around, that's also a sign of what's going on with your client. Because if they're on plan doing well, we don't want them running out of food, or maybe they're moving around. It gives you an insight into what's going on. But start at the bottom just so that you can work your way up and it goes in order on that. And I think also the other reason is this is the way we've always done it. So good question, Linda. And congrats, because now you have 5 clients. The other benefit to this too, as you're growing your coaching, now all your clients are in one place. Like, I don't know if you guys, like, you might be like Denise and Frank where you're traveling a lot, or Dawn, which I love. Dawn, this is a huge month. You get to be with your family, helping them through some major medical issues. You get to run your business from everywhere. And all you have to do is look at this, and all your clients are right there. You never lose it because they're all right there, connected there in front of you. Because what you focus on is what you create. What did I just say? Says Suzanne. Which part, Suzanne? You can go ahead and come off mute. About the map?
You were saying something and you were going real fast when you were saying, when you were looking at the Premier orders, and then you said something about, I guess if it had passed already.
Oh yeah, so like this would never apply to you, Suzanne. That's why, because you're always on top of it. By the way, congrats on one of your best months last month. You're amazing. So let's look here. Is if you get, like, by chance get a late start and you already have clients' orders that go through and you're like, okay, where are those client orders? You just click on this right here, client orders, and this will show you all the ones that have gone through. So that's the one that will show you those things. You can also check that if you're like checking off your map throughout the month to see what their order total is. Good question. Go back to this one real quick here. So then you fill it in from the bottom to the top. And then the other reason for that, Linda, is so you can see how close you are to your next milestone. Like, you already have 5 clients, so you're actually probably going to be really close to manager or associate director this month, and you have your first coach that's already paying it forward. Well done sponsoring early. Like sponsoring too is another part of people's health journey if you're really making the matches to this as well. So it helps you identify where you want to go next, because the more people you help, the more compensation you earn. You earn a higher percentage. Like it compounds over time. So you filled out this part right here. You got that intention. You see how close you are to the next goals. The next thing to do is come over here and say, okay, coach is on my team. Or maybe like just identifying like, wow, I really want to help the people in that stage of their health pay forward. So that's where you're going next. When you have coaches here, just like our clients getting a good start, we want to make sure that they get a good start. That's why we track their first 5 clients for sure. And you want to put them in here, ones that you're working with to the next goals. So this is a great way to see, like, okay, back to intention. Okay, who am I helping this month? Because we want to get their back as they're learning this and getting their groove down. So go ahead and fill it across the top there. And they have 6 rows in here because building 5 or more senior coaches will build you to FIBC. And then going down here, you're going to click over here. This is what's one of my favorite parts is once you start activating your brain to look for people that are creating health, you'll start to know who's going to get started next. And like the way I've always do this is like, okay, who have I been talking to who's like some referrals that I've been going back and forth with, who's been all over my social media the last little bit, like anyone that I know that's probably getting started this month, so I can really focus on cultivating that relationship with them. It can be clients or coaches that you're dripping on, just basically making that mark to be intentional with those people. And then the last thing over here on the map is the reason why it's also great, because it reinforces you to use it daily, the activity tracker here. So drop me a 3 in the chat if you've started being very diligent this year with your 3, 3, and 3, and it's made all the difference in your business. I'm going to get to that in just a little bit here in just a second. So back to intention and focusing on what you want. That's why goals are so important. Dr. Ray talks about that. I'm like looking at all the people here that are doing like so well at this. Big thinker, big thinker, big thinker, big thinker. So I'm going to get into this and break this down in just a little bit here. Might have Dawn or Denise, or I can't really see everyone that's on right now, but I can have a bunch of people talk on this. Is basically just making that intention daily, that commitment to being consistent, being out there, making those connections, cultivating those relationships, dripping on people. Because we don't obviously, and this is just for all the new people here, we don't do sales. We don't need to chase someone down to sign up. But if you can like cultivate that relationship, be in front of it, there are endless amounts of people that are looking for help in their life, and there is almost no answers like out there for this. So we want to be intentional with that. If you can do that, that's 3 friend requests a day. Like, so adding people, growing your social media, messaging, connecting with people, being intentional with the people that you want to be connecting with, and post, which I'm going to go over here in a second. So basically that one's a great pulse check, because it's like the game is to check off all the boxes each day and then watch the people start coming in. You're like, oh my gosh, I would have never knew that person was watching, or I never thought that person would get started. So yeah, that one's a really cool one right there. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. A lot of this is review. Some of this is like new to you guys, and you're like, oh, I thought this was a to-do list. No, it's your vision casting. It's your organizer. For me, it's my brain, because, anyways, not going to go there. Young kids, no sleep. All right. So here's some examples of them. This is what I want to break down for you. And I'm just making sure I'm not missing any questions here. These are really good. So Lynette says, the first thing I tell people, I do not sell anything, keep inventory. I love that. So good. Never too much. All right. So good. All right, cool. So let me show you guys some examples. I just grabbed some that were like in the chat here from before, and let's see here. I'm gonna move the screen again. So here's some really good examples. I want to break this down for you guys, because also, as you start to bring on coaches that are growing, helping see this is just like your orders for your clients. It's going to help you predict what's going on. So here's a really good map right here on the left-hand side. This person's working towards FIBC. I just want to point out some really great things here. This person has great goals right here, but they're also learning their business. They actually didn't know what their group volume was this last month. How cool is that? Like, that's like they're growing so much and they didn't even know what their group volume was. They were executive director last month. They started about 11 clients and brought on another coach. Like, it just helps you keep a pulse check. What's growing in your business? Up here at the top, they upped their frontline volume to grow this next month, honestly, with their goal and how many people are going to start here. It's going to be higher. It's going to probably be like 9,000. And I can tell you that because if you take care of your clients, basically whatever you were last month will probably be where you are this month. People always ask all the time, like, do I need to keep starting clients? Well, yeah, of course, obviously, but not to replace the ones you have. If you're taking care of, like Lynette, props to you. I think you told me you've only lost 1 client since starting coaching like 4 months ago. And I go, that is a habit of success. You coach your clients really well. You follow the systems. There's no wonder you have higher retention with your clients. So growing there, group volume growing. Again, income is good to guess at, but this person, like with their goals, if they're rolling bonus month, they're actually going to probably make closer to $4,000, which is great because she didn't know that when we talked at this first of the month. And just create an intention of what you want to, where you want to be at, so you can break it down daily and then start funneling that thought into real people. 2 new coaches, 2 new senior coaches. These are all great goals. You can see they have a full client list here. They've already started highlighting the orders that have gone through since the start of the month. They've already started 1 client. And that's another big tip. Like, most people naturally wait till like the middle of the month to start waking up. Start your month with intention and just work it consistently, which I know you guys are all doing. The ticker's been going crazy with new clients signing up. So well done. Number all the way up to here. Here's just one thing that breaking it down here. And this person's learning to identify. They've had some major breakthroughs with identifying matches. And it's been so fun to watch them light up as they're watching the connection possibility and the matches for coaching and how it's upping their connection with their clients on their health journey. But they didn't identify any coaches in here. It's partly because they put a bunch of them in here, but that's a great tool to use here as well. So if you have a coach that's not doing this, they might only be thinking just dieting with their clients. Help them really find those matches. I remember when I stopped focusing on weight loss for my clients. It was a game changer. I started hearing about what's breaking through, what habits, what victories, what non-scale victories, what they wanted in their life. Like hearing the little things in between what they were saying. That's when when like honestly coaching got even found at a next level, but that's when my business really started to grow. And then, so actually what's cool about this is these are actually all coach candidates, which is fantastic. Down here is all their potential clients. This is how many people they know are close to getting started. This doesn't even include the people they don't even know that are gonna come out of nowhere because of being super consistent on social media. So a lot of great things here. New coaches, they got their coaches orders here. So they're focusing on helping this person right here and this person right here. And this person, they're actually not on this call right now because they're doing a share call with them. Great map. Does that help you guys like look at it, like to kind of understand what you're breaking down, to like understand the intentionality of it? I know this person also uses it daily on this. Yes, you're right, Denise. Optavia health coach classes. Here's another map right here from another great coach. Love the organization and intention. So you can see they numbered it all the way through here. They did a great job. They're already identifying coaches in here. And I remember this person was a big game changer for them. They have very good intentions for this month, great goals at the bottom. They need to update on what their income is because their income was actually the best it was last month. And then up here, like, I love this. They even added a percentage over here. So just other, like, just ipso factos, like information pieces. If you can grow your group volume 10%, and some of you earlier coaches, like 30% a month, that is a great tone. There's people out there that want help. There's coaches that want to move forward. If you can set that intention, like Denise, you're on here. Remember when we started focusing on that, how much your business grew when we started focusing on that? Great intention, great pace. I love it. They're not even thinking just 5 and 1. They want 8 clients this month, and they're going to get that. They got their full list here. They got plenty of intention across the board. This isn't, honestly, this is an A+ map. There's a little thing that I'd be looking at here, and it's probably because I know they've coached so many clients well, and they have a lot of like what we call maintenance ordering clients that have, they've moved on to the next phase of their journey, which is huge too. They are saying they want 12,000. They were at 10,000 last month. I'd be curious if 8 clients is going to get them there with how many clients they have on their map, but they were at 10,000 last month. 8 clients will probably more than do it. Honestly, if they're taking care of their clients like I know this person is, they'll probably be more like 13,000 this month. How cool is that, you guys? You get to predict the future ahead of time, and then you just got to make the daily connections to make it happen. Dawn, Denise, I can't really see if there's anyone else here. There's a million people going to add. Anything you guys want to add to this?
Brad, you are nailing it. I love it. I mean, I think the big key is this isn't a checklist for you to do and turn into your mentor. This is for you and the people who are growing. Use their map. I mean, I put in the chat, I highlighted that middle section in my map a few months ago, and it's amazing to see where you put your focus. What grows is what grows. Quite a few new frontline health coaches got started. Guess what? Because that's what I was thinking about as I was calling my clients each week. So you guys, the map is such an amazing tool. And if I can just be so bold, if you're not using it and you want to grow, you might be missing a huge key thing that will help you actually grow.
I love it. And then Allison, great tip here. How many health assessments am I doing? How many health assessments you're doing is the #1 factor of how many clients you're going to have. So, I mean, and here's another thing, another training for another day, but if you're doing health assessments, that person's going to sign up like either right then or soon. If you're talking to them about health, this program is a match for them. Thank you, Allison, total pro, New Integrated National. Well done. And really lastly here, the map just shows you also where to work. You want to work in the blank spaces. So right here, like the new blank spaces this is like, based on this person's goal. And by the way, if I haven't said the disclaimer, if you guys haven't been on a training, because we've been doing the Go Global Saturday, we haven't done like a training. It's so good to be on with you guys. And I've been missing this. Like, so good to see you guys. Is whatever your goal is your goal. No comparative reality in here. We're all helping people. We're all doing our best. We're all learning. We're all practicing. So I guess that's another one, is don't compare to anyone else. Your goals are your goals. Back to the intention is, what do you want to create? Like whatever it is, it's all a bonus. So like white spaces here, this person, like, for right here, they want to go FIBC. So white space right here. They got plenty of like filled in right here, potential coach candidates. So this person's probably gonna be doing a lot of health assessments, a lot of explore calls this month, a lot of integration calls with their new clients, because that's another key factor in here. Over here at the top, and this is just another thing to be thinking about, is who are you really working with? Like, you know, there's a few people that come on with coaching and they just don't get plugged in or integrated. And, you know, you want to work with people that are fun. Your business should be fun, simple, and easy. And so you want to put people in order of the people you're really running with. And it's not to say you want to leave anyone off. It's just saying it's helping you identify, does this person have needs, desires, wants? Do I need to go back to awakening with them? Or do I need to go run with them fast and help them accomplish their goals, dreams, and desires, and help them learn little steps along the way? All just little things right here. That's really good right here. Dawn, anything you'd add to this?
No, other than if you're brand new and you're tuning in tonight and you're like, what is this? I don't know this yet. I'm sure, I know Brad mentioned before, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just go do the health assessments and help your first 5 to 6 people. And then you'll get to use this awesome tool.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you're new, 1, welcome. And 2, the best thing to do is link up with your coach and really launch this. So we actually had a new coach last night that kind of got lost and didn't really know what to do. And we kind of just went back to the basics, like, why don't we get your launch going? Why don't we try to do those, reach out to those few people that were already asking you about program? And we did that, and they signed up 2 clients tonight. They're on another call right now. So just helping people stay in the course with them, just like their health journey. So the other piece of this is who's got one of these bad boys? Hopefully you do, because you should have intention for what you're creating. Like, it's okay. And honestly, you should be bold about this. Like, one of my favorite people outside of Dr. A is Grant Cardone. He's like, darn right, I am clear about my intentions. I want to get people healthy. So putting people down only helps you remember them more and be intentional in their lives. Whether they're like me and it took 4 years to get started on plan and after seeing their family and start coaching later on, or they're begging for help and you just need to be in their world. Let's see here. Where do you get the new map? The link is on the page, Kim, and it's also, yes, in Simple Systems. Great job, Lynette. So endless connections and social media. This is kind of where we're going to wrap up with this. For all of you here, this might be a recap. And like, honestly, for me, because just like with everything that we've grown, I'm like, wow, I really need to commit back to these basics, because the basics are what grow your business and help you reach more people. Some of you are like, wow, I've gotten here just kind of like playing around with this. What if I give some intention to this? So creating integrated clients comes from intention and dripping on them and how you live out in the world. So hopefully you got like 4 or 5 or 6 of these bad boys and you have the names listed. I would encourage you, if you're a newer coach, start with the people that are most fun, the most easy, the most close. There's plenty of time to make all kinds of connections, but there's plenty of people out there daily that are looking for health, help, and different breakthroughs in their life. 3, 3, and 3 connections. If you haven't heard that, it's basically what's on the map. And that's why, again, the map's going to reinforce like the daily action, daily habits. It's 3 intentional connections. These are what's going to up your Facebook and social media algorithm. And I'll drop some tips on this as we kind of wrap up here, and then we're going to do the drawing for tonight. And I would encourage you guys to commit this. If you haven't fully committed or if you've gotten a little bit lax on it, I would encourage you during this month where the sun's starting to come out, where people are starting to think about this, where the kids are starting to come out. There's always life changes, are always a time where people reassess where they're at. Are they thinking of you, and are you in front of them, and do they know they can reach out to you? So 3 intentional connections a day, that's one, just to be able to be in connection with people. It's literally an authentic how are you doing, or commenting on their social media stuff, so you go up in their algorithm and they think about you and connect. It can also be real life too. That's also a great way to do it too. 3 friend additions today. How many people are not connected to you on social media or that you are meeting out in the world? Denise, I'm sure you met someone while you were gone. You always do. I'm sure you connected with them with your social media. And then 3 posts a day, upping your social media, having people see you. And I'm gonna have some examples, but this can be anything. And also, I'm gonna go with where not to go first. Do not just plaster a bunch of before and after photos all over. Like, your Facebook and your social media needs to be real and need to be you. And we want to mix those things in. Dan Valentine's favorite one is like one of your family, something you're passionate about, something about health. So those are the 3 posts. Like, if you're just looking for an outline, those are great examples. Allison, you normally train on this, so exactly, you're saying truth. 15 to 30 minutes a day of intentional connections, like brushing your teeth. If you get in the habit of this, it just becomes natural and easy to do. So if you're thinking about, like, how do I get this in? Maybe early in the morning, maybe a lunch break, maybe right before you get home, you do it in the car before you head home. Like, some of you are in different situations. Either way, find your groove so it can stay as a consistent rock in your schedule. The perfect time to do this is, like, a lot of these connections are when you're doing your daily text, for those that are using the daily text for starting your client during the first few days. So Good, Dawn. Denise, anything you guys want to add to this? Or Allison, you're also pro. You're commenting in the chat left and right.
You know what? Something that I just keep thinking of. I remember when we first started this, I was so afraid when I was.
Hey, Denise, we can't hear you. So I'm going to, let's come back to it later. Hold that thought. Put it in the chat. All right. Is that helpful for you guys? Like when to put it in? 15 to 30 minutes connections. Like April, you're on here. I know when you put this in, that's when things really changed for you. So work with your support team. Play around with this. Find your fit. Yeah, Beth, fit it in the car. I love that. That's awesome. Some great examples of posts. Like I just grabbed some. This doesn't include like pictures of you doing things, you making your connections. You know, basically people love it when you encourage them, are interacting with them. And like, has anyone ever just sent you a nice message before out of the blue or commented something nice and you were like, oh, I love that person. And like, you haven't even like talked to him. And like Dawn's like, yes, all the time. I wish more people did that in the world. That's also just a great thing. We're making the world a better place by being out there, putting positivity in the world. But these are some great examples of posts, like showing what's possible so people can ask what's going on. Showing you living your active lifestyle. Like Nicole, like you did this post when you turned 34. I love this post. This is a post on the bottom left here, but actually one of our coach's clients on here. There's so much more we can do, but like bringing value is so key. People want to see your face on social media, just so you know, by the way. So, like stock photos, different things like that, pictures of things. Those are all great, but they want to see you in social media. That reminds them of you in that connection with them. I mean, you're going to get way more likes, all those things. I put this up here because I've noticed some people have kind of shied away from this. It's so important to show like we don't want to plaster the food all over the place because that's not what we are. Like a lot of people like that I've noticed, I did a few breakdowns for people on their social media today, and they were like, I don't really have anyone reaching out. And it's like, well, you haven't really displayed, like you've been talking about so many things in generality. You haven't really given anyone any insight that you're doing some kind of health plan or that it's so generic they don't even know how to ask. So keeping a good balance of this is so key and seeing difference. And that also goes back to, like I said, not to plaster a bunch of before and afters, but sharing success of your clients, other fellow health coaches periodically. People want to know that this program can be a match for them. Like, I'm trying to look here, like Denise, you have tons of grandchildren and you and Frank like travel a lot. You lost 100 pounds and got out of a wheelchair. That may not resonate with me. I might be like, oh, well, this program's probably not for me. So if you show different variances of your health journeys, more people will connect on that. So get the brainstorm circle up with your support team. These are just some rough ideas, but like, yeah, Allison, people are totally watching. Lisa, yes, I know you got really intentional on this and you've seen the results of this. So just some great examples of social media here if you're getting into this, because if you're wondering how people are growing, they're just being intentional. This is authentic examples of being present out there. And the other thing about this is, for those that are new, we haven't covered this in a while. Social media, Facebook is, ideally, Instagram's good too. Just number one is don't share from Instagram to Facebook. No one will ever see your post. They don't put it up in the algorithms at all. So don't click that share button when you're on Instagram. No one will see your post. But is Facebook they are a platform for getting people to engage. So they promote people that are active. So like, have you ever noticed why you see more people in the newsfeed than other people? Well, it's because you probably, one, interact with them more, and two, they do more interacting on Facebook. If you're a fuddy-duddy and don't comment and don't, connect with anyone and don't post or copy and paste or click share, because Facebook doesn't like it when you click share. They definitely like it when you go live, by the way. If you want to go open the algorithms, go live way more often. But these are the things that puts you in front of more people. A national study says about 7% of people will see your Facebook post. That's with average engagement, maybe as much as 14% if you're actively highly engaged in this. So is this helpful for you guys? Is this if people are wondering hey, how do you get more clients? How do people message you out of the blue? And here's another tip too. Probably half the people that are interested aren't even commenting or liking. Now I'm gonna wrap up here and kind of move to the last little piece. Do you want to add anything on this? Because this is what I noticed a lot of people are one, it's time to start this, or two, it's time to re-engage in this process of mining and being diligent of Awaken Health. We've had a great year. Every single month we've across the board hit new record highs, and that's congrats to you guys and being intentional. Anything you add to this that would be good for new people or people that are I really want to dive back into being present with this?
Yeah, of course. Well, and Brad, you and I were talking the other day. It's just about that showing up and being you, because the people in your world, they don't need you to be a Tanya or a Jake or anyone else on here. They want you to be you, and they're going to resonate most with that. So I know sometimes, especially as summer comes, like it's easy to get busy and a lot of things happen, and you can get super, just dive in, and there's no better time to start than tomorrow, right? Wake up and do a post in the morning and think about something that's just really authentically you, because your world will resonate best with that. And even if it's just one or two that are really, really speak to you, do that. And I don't know, Brad, I mean, we were just talking about staying consistent and jumping back in. And if you do this, one of the things that we're talking about on Saturday at the training in Portland was, we were sharing about how it takes a couple of months sometimes of doing this consistently before you really start having the people reach out and contact you and message you and things like that. So if you've been doing it and you're not seeing a lot, that's okay. Stay with it, because they will.
I love
that's
it.
Kind of what I have to say.
Consistency. So if you haven't been doing this or you want to recommit to this would be a great thing to like restart. Just like our health, we're already recommitting to like top level things that we want to focus on. This is huge. And you get to have intention of who you want to attract out here. Sorry if you guys can hear that banging. My son's banging on my window outside. So as we wrap up here, here's just some things that'll also help you out with this. We desire for this to be simple, easy, and to be rocks in your schedule. So if you haven't set these things up, and by the way, just like we've been traveling the last little bit, I had to recommit to these when I got back, because if you want to make sure that these are in there, because it makes it easier to make these connections. So schedule rocks, client check-in day. We won't get into the details of that, but when you get your clients calling on a regular basis, they will answer more, they will do better. It's a rock in your schedule and doesn't always feel like you always got to be getting back to your clients. 15 to 30 minutes daily text or connections. Have a rock in your schedule of that. Like for those that are using the daily text and you've noticed it up in your engagement and the success of your clients and also getting them more integrated, doing that first thing in the morning just makes it easy, just to rock in your schedule, like just to do that and get it done. A follow-up day. If you're not setting time to like recap, re-engage, to follow up with the touches of different people, like extra intention, that is a game changer. We usually do it on Friday, but 60 minutes is what we suggest of like just encouraging focused time. You can get a lot of things done with that. Days that work best for you for health assessments. You guys all know your schedule. It's great to know which ones so you don't feel like you're always like working whenever. Like for Ashley and I, we know that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are great days for us. So if someone has like desired health assessment or any of those things, we're just like, great, we just look at that next day and we know in our schedule, it just makes it easy to go ahead and do that. Then lastly, Saturday growing global trainings are huge. Those that plug into that, those are the ones that grow. You always pick up something that ups your coaching, ups your connections, all those things. And then setting up intention for the beginning and middle of the month. So the last thing I was going to say up here, and like, I hope this has been good. Has it been helpful for you guys? Drop me one in the chat if this has been a good reminder for you guys, like a good reset, or like something like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to start doing more of that. Okay, awesome. The last thing is business builder bonus. So we've been bringing on more coaches than we've ever had before. It's because you guys have been coaching your clients so well, and they're all getting great starts. So during last month, this month, and next month in July, so already for like the compensation you receive for bringing on coaches, they want to help as many coaches get a great start and give you extra compensation for that. So any coach that gets started between last month, this month, and next month, and a lot of you guys have just recently sponsored, and a lot of you guys are dripping on people, you'll make an additional either 5, 7, or 9% on your coaches for their first 3 months. So like, that's for a lot of coaches, that's almost like double or triple what you normally make for helping them get a start in their business. And for all of you new coaches, like don't like get it twisted. Basically, the person that wins when we help people become coaches, they get compensated way more for getting started here. But this is a great way for you getting like all your coaches a great start to earn like extra on top of that and get them a roaring start. So if you guys didn't know that, it's pretty amazing. Don, like this is like, it's like almost triple. If you're running over 3,600 in frontline volume, this is like triple the normal percentage. Oh, I thought you were a comment. It's all good. All right.
Yeah.
So the last thing here, the drawing. All right. So I'm going to make my first plug for convention and then we're going to wrap up here because I think you guys are all set. You guys are probably already brainstorming who you want to connect with. You already probably starting to see the different ways connections come in. And by the way, some of them cultivate over time. Some of them are ready right now. And you also don't know who one person coming in this month with intention will connect you to in social media and in the real world. Like anyways, you guys have seen, I'm preaching to the choir. Conventions in 6 weeks. If you're a new coach in this last year, it's $199 to go. A lot of you guys are already registered. It's going to be in St. Louis. We have one major convention a year. We don't do rah-rah for those that are thinking about going. It is tangible information. And I would say, hands down, we've given you a lot of tips today that will help you grow your coaching and reach more people. I'd say hands down, going to convention for the tangible tips. But also, there's something that happens every single time, because we've been over 10 conventions now. When you see what the heart of this company is all about, and you understand it and you see it, I don't know why, but it just ups people's success rate. Plus, if you're going to be coaching this, it's so important to know the value of the community that you're offering to people. Like, that's what makes the big difference. Plus, here's another thing, back to social media. Most people are smart. They can tell if you're integrated with what you're doing. Like Ashley's always saying, like, oh, this person says they're really trying to do X, Y, Z, but they're not at their national convention. Guess they told me how serious they are about it. Not trying to call anyone out, but that's just like what Ashley said to me over and over again. So invest in yourself in this. We want to see you here. Convention changed everything for me. Dawn, I know you went and it was a game changer. I don't even know how you ended up going. You were such a brand new coach. But that is that. So if you're not registered yet, talk with your health coach. Get registered for convention. We want to see you there. We have a lot of fun. All right. So here's the drawing, you guys. This is where we're going to wrap up. So we did a game at the end of the month for point system on starting new clients and new coaches at the end of the month, because you guys are all on fire. You had the best month ever across the board on that. Love seeing it happen. So top 3 people across the board point-wise won a registration. So that's Allison Petty, Debbie Blackwell, and April Pitcairn. Congratulations, you guys. Always. By the way, study people that are successful. These people are uber successful. There's no secret why they consistently bring in new clients, new coaches each month. So well done. And then that leads us to the drawing. 3 more drawings for anyone that earned 5 points or more. So let me do that real quick and then we'll finish up here. So number 1 is Jen and Jason Spoor. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to butcher this name. Dog, can you help me? Lisa Kenmeyer. I haven't got the meet yet. New executive director. Is that right? Did I get it right?
It's Keymeyer.
Yep, I think so.
Keymeyer. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then new FIBCs, Norma and Larry Sullivan. Congratulations, you guys. Well done. All right. So for the rest of you, and some of you, and I know these people are already registered, so this could be something you pay back to someone in your team, or I'll reimburse you for that. Just contact me. We'll take care of that. And here's my last little thing for convention. Is we throw this out every year, haven't had to do it yet. But if you go and it wasn't 100% worth your time, your investment, you being there, you didn't have the best time ever, we will 100% refund your registration for you. So anyways, feel free to use that when you're inviting people here, because it's that vision. Like, a lot of you wouldn't be here in your health if someone didn't go to national convention and get that vision for their life. So as we wrap up here today, cheers on an incredible June, my friends. Encourage you to stay consistent, make that practice, make your connections. People are starting to have that realization, just like everything. If you've been consistent this last little bit, you will be surprised how many people you connect with and move forward. So that's everything tonight. Congrats. It's been so good to be with you guys tonight and get the groove back with everyone. So Saturday morning training is going to be all about how to do an amazing explore call with people looking in coaching. So tune into that, how to be rocking your schedule. Besides that, think big, stay consistent, watch the breakthrough. And I think we can all agree here, it's like what changes in us along the journey of consistency isn't only our business, it's ourselves. So anyways, proud to partner with you all. Congrats on investing in yourself. Let's make it a great June. And you guys have a great night. And for
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Brad. I'm excited.
I'll stay on here if anyone has any last minute questions on any of this.
Thank you. I do, Brad.
All right,
I'll
guys.
listen to the questions.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Oh, I love it. All right, you guys. All right, so I'm going to end the recording right here.